Some cars are built to look fast, some are built to feel fast. But once in a generation, a machine arrives that changes how speed itself is measured. It came from Japan with 4 round taillights, computer-controlled grip, and an engine tuners would turn into legend. Rivals saw a heavy coup. Racers saw a problem. Fans gave it one name, Godzilla. This is how the Nissan GTR went from touring car weapon to digital age supercar and became one of the most feared badges in performance history. The story begins before the nickname. In 1969, Nissan introduced the first Skyline 2000 GTR, a practical-looking sedan carrying the heart and ambition of a race car. Early GTRs built a formidable record in Japanese touring car competition. Then the badge disappeared. 16 years later, it returned with a mission. The 1989 R32 Skyline GTR paired the twin-turbo, 2.6-liter RB26 straight-six with a Tesla ETS, an electronically controlled all-wheel drive system that could send torque forward when the rear tires needed help. HECAS rear-wheel steering added another layer of control. The result was not brute force alone. It was power organized by technology. On the road, the R32 was quick. On the circuit, it was devastating. In Japan's Group A championship, the GTR won all 29 races it entered across 4 seasons. It also conquered Australia, including back-to-back Bathurst 1000 victories in 1991 and 1992. Australian magazine Wheels had already found the perfect metaphor in 1989. Godzilla, a monster from Japan arriving to crush the established order. The nickname stayed because the car kept earning it. Godzilla's next move was evolution. The R33 arrived larger and more mature, but its mission remained unchanged. Nissan refined the chassis, braking, aerodynamics, and all-wheel drive control. At the Nürburgring, the R33 claimed a production car lap record, proving the formula could work far beyond Japan's racing circuits. Then came the face a generation would never forget. Launched in 1999, the R34 compressed the GTR formula into a sharper, more aggressive shape. Under the hood, the RB26 returned. Inside, a 5.8-inch multifunction display showed live performance data, boost, temperatures, throttle, and more, like a video game interface placed directly into the dashboard. That connection became cultural rocket fuel. Through games such as Gran Turismo, millions drove the GTR before they could ever see one in person. On screen, the R34 became a hero car of the tuner era. On the street, its circular taillights, squared-off body, and enormous tuning potential made it instantly recognizable. The R34 was rare, capable, and outside Japan, often forbidden fruit. That distance did not weaken the myth. It made the myth bigger. In 2007, Nissan removed the word Skyline and rebuilt the GTR as a global performance flagship. The R35 replaced the straight-six with a hand-assembled 3.8-liter twin-turbo VR38 V6. A 6-speed dual-clutch transmission sat at the rear as part of an independent transaxle all-wheel drive layout. At launch, the engine produced 480 PS. But the number mattered less than the way the car deployed it. Computers managed torque, shifts, suspension, and traction with ruthless speed. The driver chose the line. The GTR turned every system toward making that line possible. Its computer-coordinated launches became internet mythology. Boost builds, the brake releases, and a car weighing well over 1,700 kilograms attacks the horizon. At the Nürburgring, the R35 made its argument with lap times. On ordinary roads, it made the same argument in rain, cold, and traffic. This was Nissan's central idea. Supercar performance should not require superhuman conditions. The R35 did not imitate the established supercar. It challenged the definition. Less theater, more data, less delicacy, more repeatability. For 18 years, the R35 kept evolving. Power rose, aerodynamics sharpened. The Nismo version pushed the formula further. Meanwhile, tuners transformed the GTR into everything from a 1,000-horsepower drag car to a time attack machine, while owners still drove standard cars to work. In August 2025, the final R35 left Nissan's Tochigi line, a midnight purple T-Spec, closing a production run of approximately 48,000 cars. Nissan called it the end of the R35, not necessarily the end of the GTR name. And that distinction matters, because the GTR was never only one shape, one engine, or one generation. It was an idea. Use every tool available. Mechanical grip, turbocharging, software, aerodynamics to make extraordinary speed usable. From the original Skyline racers to the R32's perfect Japanese Group A record, to the R34's digital immortality, to the R35's supercar reset, every generation moved the same argument forward. A GTR does not ask whether tradition approves. It finds the fastest way through.